Space and spin for the Kandy Tuskers. Pereira continuing.
This is a really good field for
space and spin for the Kandy Tuskers. Pereira continuing.
Has gone deep out onto the boundary. The other man is out at deep mid-wicket, almost forcing Manut Banuka to sweep, which is his less favourable shot. Very well thought out here by the captain.
And by virtue of this field, they're pushing him to think differently. This was a wicket. Prasanna with the direct hit at the right time, coming up trumps. It's so important in T20 cricket to ensure that your all cricket is spot on.
Yeah, if we have a look at that wicket, very well fielded by Prasanna, and he's just swerved off to the right there, Evishka. Be disappointed with that, and really disappointed he's got out in that way, because he's in some good nick. I'm really excited to see Dhananjaya De Silva come in 3. He's a quality player, and the more he can bat, the better he's going to become, and we'll put Jaffna Stallions in a good position. He's got great tempo, runs hard between the wickets, got very good hands, looks to execute over extra cover. A wonderful player, Dhananjaya De Silva.
Yeah, the Stallions will want him in form. Yesterday was attempting a shot that was a little bit too full, looking to manufacture a shot, and another picture provided by the drone, a bird's eye view. That's the one that comes in with the arm, just following the left-hander. He's got a wide repertoire of deliveries, Dilwan Pereira. So much of variety that he's developed over the years. Plenty of experience. Partnered Rangan Herod very well in the test team, but now almost on his own. Just a bit off the outside edge. It's 16 for 1. It's been a slow start, 16 for 1 in 4 overs. Quite contrasting to what we saw earlier on. But then, this is how the surface is. It hasn't been lending itself too much. So run making. Oh my goodness. That very nearly took the leg bail.
Munaf Patel has done a very good job for his team, opening the bowling. His seam position, even when he played international cricket for India, was a highlight. Played against him a couple times in test match cricket. Always seemed to find that seam, so you'll always expect a bit of lateral movement. Pace off the ball as well, we saw. On a 4th match pitch is a challenge.
And the thing is that he keeps finding that seam all the time. And tournaments like this can only be a success if you have sponsors. And Red Bull has been quite kind to come over. And besides sponsoring, it also gives you wings. Why are you guys silent?
Well tucked off his legs by Dhananjaya De Silva. If I can go back to Manut Banuka and the way he gave himself room and a very good seam presented by Munaf Patel, but he was in no position to hit a shot. Clearly the run rate got to him. He's looking to play a big shot. 18 for 1 in 4.3 overs, he's looking for a boundary. His best chance of hitting a boundary is standing still and playing good cricket shots, because when he starts moving around the crease, his head moves and he doesn't get any position to hit a boundary.
Bit of innovation there. It's gone all the way. I think the umpire will need to confirm it. Vinod Bhanuka needed that. He just needed to release the pressure.
Had to premeditate. I'm surprised with the lack of pace we've seen from Munaf Patel. This has gone so far. One bounce and should be given 4. And it's a My 11 Circle champion shot, because he needed a release and he got that with the boundary.
22 for 1. High standards were set in terms of the power play scores. It's tipped a bit as we go through the tournament. The contest has been a little bit more even. Finds the man at point. He'll be disappointed. He was short and wide.
Yeah, that was the ball for him to take toll of. The contest has got even, and I think that's best. I don't know what you gentlemen think, but I want to watch a game where there's something in it for the bowler as well, because I think that makes for entertaining games. Nobody wants to just watch a boundary-a-thon where the bowlers are just like bowling machines.
Once again, back to back. He'll be pretty disappointed. 22 for 1.
Look at the broadcast partners that we have watching the Lanka Premier League. All the broadcasts on the left and the regions on the right. And also we have a whole host of digital partners as well. So great to have you all on board. I'm sure that you and your subscribers, viewers, are thoroughly enjoying the Lanka Premier League.
And a good start for Kandy Tuskers, especially you have to Lord Munaf for an excellent spell yet again. He's been very economical, came very close a couple of times to pick up a wicket, wasn't to be.
This will be a fascinating little spell. Gunaratne. Oh, it's outside the line of off stump, I think. Certainly a bit of excitement, that's for sure, but I'm certain it was outside the line of off.
Very clumsy start from the Jaffna Stallions, just like yesterday. It was on the full. Yes, there's no fielder behind square. Kusal Pereira's indicating that he is outside the line of off stump. The wicket that was lost as well, not running in straight lines. Opportunities have been there. They made it look like they're batting on a minefield.
Well, that was a good delivery, the last one. It actually tipped on the batsman.
Leg side, but that's nicely fielded.
Good one, Pereira. A couple of balls ago, outside the line of off stump, but yes, but he could have hit that through the offside if he had the best. He was in a good presence of mind.
I often wonder if there should be maybe a spotter in the stand for the DRS. Now, I think with the bowler, when he's following through like that, I mean, obviously his head's bouncing up and down, so it's a little bit difficult for him to get it right. And I think we've seen bowlers get it wrong so many times when they send it upstairs. Let's say a spotter, I mean, someone associated with the Tuskers, for example, in this situation, walk past that, just a little bit of turn. That is an important wicket. Gunaratne strikes early.
From the last 2 games, Gunaratne has become a very difficult bowler. He keeps on changing the pace consistently. And just derived a method to surprise the batsman. On that occasion, it wasn't seam up. It was kind of an off spinner, worked well.
Yeah, he went early, Vinod Bhanuka. Asela Gunaratne changed the length. 15 to Bhanuka. Jaffna Stallions in trouble. 23 for 2.
Tom Moores now. His main role is with the gloves as a wicketkeeper for the Stallions, but he's a very handy batsman. 66 T20 games, strike rate of 140. We can round that up. Higher score of 80 not out. Up against Gunaratne with a slip as well. Soft hands off the mark.
That's the way to do it. It's not always about the big shots. There have hardly been any singles. Probably just looking for the boundaries. A little bit of turn, you'd expect that. It's a slower pitch, we all know that. You can see Vinod Bhanuka left his crease even before Asela Gunaratne released the delivery.
Heard the call of 2. One still wanted 2, one didn't. Moore sent him back.
Moores is a risky player, and on a pitch like this, he can become very effective. But at the moment, Gunaratne has been very effective. Economical at the same time, looking very threatening.
Last ball of the power play. More good fielding, more pressure on the Stallions. 6 gone, 26 for 2.
Is due to come in next. 26 for 2 it is at the moment after 6 overs, so that's the power play done. It's not a good power play for the Stallions after they won the toss and elected to bat first.
Yeah, yesterday they were 40 for 4 and then got to 218. Now you can't expect to do that all the time. Those are once in a lifetime achievements.
The conditions are different, although it's the same track.
I thought this guy yesterday was really good, Naveen Haq, in particular when he was bowling at the death. Just want to finish my story. I was talking about a spotter that is not one of the players that actually asked for the DRS. Now he will be then one of the coaching staff. He'll be appointed as a DRS specialist basically, and I'm just going to compare it with what they do in the NFL in the USA. NFL, they have a guy in the stand who is a spotter, and he, after watching a couple of replays actually, then sends a message down to the coach and then asks the coach to challenge a decision from the umpire. But it's all in front of a television monitor, so he's all organised and it all comes very quickly to him. Has his own replays that can be offered as well from his own staff, so it's all pretty technical. However, I do think it's a pretty good idea to have that rather than just the players involved.
Agree with you, Hazy. You have become a bit of a job creator, aren't you? You just created a new job in cricket. Well done, mate.
But in cricket, that's not allowed.
Yet.
You don't play replays till the decision has been made.
No, not yet, no. But it will happen. We all want the right decisions in the end, so I'm pretty sure that'll happen at some stage.
It used to happen at some stage where suddenly you get a replay, suddenly you don't. So it was made a uniform that it doesn't happen so.
Well, it has to be coordinated. Obviously, the directors and everybody has to be in sync. You know, unless and until that time hasn't ticked over, you're not supposed to show the replay. It's all about coordinating, isn't it?
Yeah, and change the playing conditions and make sure it's all exactly how it should operate. Everyone knows stands it and they have their own feeds and away they go. I think that's the way to do it, so we get the right results. That's a good connection. Straight to the fielder though. Gunaratne's out there, just the one.
That's what pressure do to you. It was a long hop. Could have managed to hit it anywhere to pick up a boundary, only managing to hit the ball straight to the fielder who's protecting the boundary.
By now, the communication should have gone to the dressing room and plans should be adjusted. Maybe thinking 150, 160 and work towards that. We did mention conditions are different and you've got to make those adjustments. There was movement from Munaf Patel. The spinners are getting turned.
I think Jaffna has the best bowling attack in this competition. As we just saw, my 11th circle, champion shot.
They need more. They need more. That's just the second in the innings. Bit of extra pace from Naveen ul Haq. Played it late. Munaf Patel, who's had a good spell, 3 overs for 14 down there, just couldn't get down. That was racing away. Yeah, you got a good bowling attack, but you still want to give them a chance. You want them to be able to work to their plans.
Yes, I was making a point that they have the best bowling attack, but now, at the moment, they'll be confused.
Big shout from Pereira behind. Direct hit as well. Let's have a look and see if that goes upstairs from square leg. I don't think it's going to. .34 for 2. Gunaratne again.
That they didn't consider, coming back to the point, Jaffna standards, they didn't consider whether there is going to be due or not. They had all the confidence in the world in their bowling lineup. But from here on, they have to think hard. What sort of a total, if there is due, is going to be competitive.
But the thought is that there will be something in the pitch for them to go with, to use.
Bowled him. That is terrific. He's picked up his second wicket now. So he is right in this game. Got his teeth in it. Wicket in his first over. Now got a wicket in his second. No wonder they're smiling out there, the Tuskers.
Well, at the moment, everything is going in Gunaratne's way. You know, he's exploiting the conditions very well. The first wicket he got was with the off spinner, and this one, seam up.
But it's all variations. They're mixing it up so nicely. The batsman just not able to pick up which way to go, not able to line up the bowlers. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. If the back leg did cut that return crease, it would have been a no ball. It's just fine. Tom Moores doesn't contribute again. He's gone for 4. Jaffna Stallions deeper in trouble. 35 for 3.
Two balls into the 7th over. Shoaib Malik now. 35 for 3. Yesterday they were 36 for 4 in 4.4 overs. Now they're 35 for 3 in 7.2 overs, the Stallions. So they're going to have to look at someone to rescue them again, I think. Shoaib Malik is more than capable of doing that.
He looked good yesterday, Shoaib Malik. 23 off 13 and then got strangled down the leg side. Yorked himself. Great variations, change of length, change of line. It's got the seam up, as you mentioned, Amir. Runs the fingers over, very difficult to pick up. There's a little bit in it for the of the pitch. Really using it well.
Well, that was clever bowling. Went edge of the crease, created that angle, brought the ball back into the middle stump of the left-handed batsman.
And more dots. That's what's creating the biggest issue. The pressure builds.
Exactly right. That is their problem. They can't do anything rash at all because the wicket's going down. But at the same time, they've got to look to try and score some runs. Run rate at the moment is 4.7. That's all it is.
Just the 3-4s in the innings as well.
Oh, outside edge on the bounce.
More energy, lot more energy from the Tuskers. That's why they're playing a lot better. From the first 2 games, the fielding has really picked up too. Imang Badani, mentor of the team along with the coach, Dilina Kandambi. Bit to think about, it's happened again for the second time in 2 days. Top order collapse.
It was the skipper who rescued the side yesterday. Experience of Shoaib Malik is something that should come to the fore in this situation. 38 for 3.
Come on, boys.
Skipper's due to come in next. Chisora Pereira. Saranga after that. He's batted pretty well so far in this tournament as well, but it's Pereira and Malik who are the guys in the middle that they're going to need to rely on here, the Stallions.
Sikuge Prasanna. 4 bowlers we've seen so far have been very decent. Not decent, they've been very good in fact. Just not allowed the batsman any breathing space. 5th one in. Prasanna very experienced too in the T20 format. Very different conditions.
It has been spinner's day.
Was with the gloves, Brendan Taylor. That win against the Gaul Gladiators. Kusal Pereira was injured, didn't take the field. Mendes was the captain.
Yeah, had a little bit of a groin or a hit on the inside thigh, one of the two. For those who have been playing on the app today, who have downloaded my 11 Circle app previously and have been making their team and been playing with the champions, they would have been having fun today with these teams, these performances and these surprises.
Be the strategic timeout after this over. It's a time that the Jaffna Stallions can look at what they want to do. Someone's got to take a chance. Malik goes down the ground, doesn't connect, but he's trying, he'll try.
That's pressure for you. It's ramping up with every dot delivery.
Jackson should be just a single.
Good pass. Long way to go, but very quick across the grass. They're all in it. They're up for this. The Kandy Tuskers. Current rate just 97. 7 and over 121. They need to get up to 144, 150. That's almost 10 and over from here.
The Stallions need to get together and have a bit of a chat about things and try and work out some sort of strategy. That'll help their cause. A boundary off the last ball of the over. 9 runs from that over now, so 9 overs gone, 47 for 3. That does help their cause, that's for sure. And they will get a chance to have a chat as well, because this is a strategic timeout.
Champions, it's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration, it's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere. Winning together, striving together, rising together, glory forever. LPL is the moment we win together.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Win together.
Cricket lova kalamba, India yali sarasa. Ek bajaya gamu, lova bajaya gamu, Singhanada batura. celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
அடிக்கிற அடியில சுத்தி இறங்குவோம் பண்டையத்த நந்தியத்த நோக்கி கொண்டு ஒன்ன கள்ளத்துல நெருப்பத்த வீசி வெட்டையாட கட்டக்குள்ள 11 சிங்க குட்டி வந்துருச்சு பொட்டி போட்டு போடுபட்ட பல்லையட்ட ஆடு கொண்ட தலை கண்ண கண்டையத தலை கவசம் மட்டும் தான் நண்டி போடு.
Today, the seamers have been welcomed on the faster tracks at the start of the tournament. But today it's been the spinners who have thoroughly enjoyed their outings, getting a bit of purchase, and they've been to both a bit of flight and guile. Certainly have deceived a few batsmen. So 9 overs gone, 47 for 3. The Stallions are behind the 8 ball, that's for sure. That run rate at the moment is going at 5.2. Mendes now.
Ball.
Words would have been shared, thoughts would have been shared during that strategic timeout for the Kandy Tuskers. Of course, it would have been about a job well done. How best can we strangle? But for the Jaffna Stallions, do we look to break free? Who's going to break free? Who's going to take a chance?
Ball.
Good connection. Too good connection. Just the one.
It has to be Shoaib Malik.
Come on.
You think so? Dhananjay De Silva to try and go because Shoaib Malik is more adept at taking the innings deep. And he'll do a lot more with Thisara Manindu Hasaranga to come. More trouble. Shoaib Malik doesn't wait for the umpire's decision because he knows it hit Kamindu Mendes in the fingers and it's gone on to the stumps. It's just not going right for the Jaffna Stallions.
Most unfortunate way to get out. A batsman using his feet, hitting the ball really hard, and the bowler did well. Kamindu to get down and get fingers on the ball. Big wicket.
How extraordinary. When things aren't going well for you, it gets even worse. Quite a deflection. Out by some distance. At that stage, Shoaib Malik didn't look anywhere else. He just looked towards the change room and decided to keep marching that way. Wow, that is in fact, that is the worst way of getting out. You're backing up, you're doing the right thing. Your partner drives one straight back towards the bowler. Deflection, out, you're gone. Malik's made 9, 49 for 4 now.
Navi. Ball.
So whatever the Stallions are thinking about 3 minutes ago has now gone totally out the window. Shoaib Malik was always going to be such a key player for the rest of this innings, but now, in an unfortunate manner, he is gone. Pereira's there now. Thisara Pereira, the captain.
Yeah, he's come out. Left-hander as well. He's got to take control once again. Finally, Dhananjay De Silva times one, but hits it straight back.
How many times we have seen a batsman getting out in a similar fashion? So don't you think the time has come where the coaches have to tell their batters not to hit straight?
Ball.
Down the ground, just the single. Big trouble here for the Stallions. They've only got 50 on the board. They're halfway through the innings. They've also lost 4 wickets.
Come on, Taylor.
Jaffna, Stallions in big trouble. They're deep in the woods now. With 5 wickets down, requires something special.
Again, that's the problem. It's just not look good at all. The effort looking to play shots, timing's not right. They've just not been able to get the ball off the square. 97 yesterday. Thisara Pereira was brilliant. When he walked in, it was 64 for 5 in the 9th over. It's around the same time, but they don't have as many runs either. 218 they ended up with. Mark straight away.
Well, they have their work cut out. 51 for 4. Only 6 wickets in hand. Monchikome, sponsors of the tournament, a flavoured rice cracker to enrich your snacking moments. We've been snacking a lot. Rosalano, #1 biscuit brand.
TP up here. Still finds the fielder. TP meaning Darren, time pass up here. But TP in the middle, very, very important for the Stallions. That's the wicket of Shoaib Malik.
It's often advisable when you're backing up to ensure that you're in close touching distance of the crease. Shoaib Malik was way down the track, didn't have a chance.
Yeah, there has to be a point of return for a batsman. Well, that's good running. Attacking the fielder. We have to do it more often to be able to get to a decent total from here on.
Thisara Pereira was very good in his last innings. 97 from 44. 7 sixes, 8 fours. Can he reproduce that type of innings today? I'm interested in seeing where he scored most of his runs. He was quite good through the offside.
See, in the last innings, he picked up the ballers to go after quite aptly. That was a brilliant innings, no doubt about it. That's in the air, straight down the ground, and a 6. Effortless hit from De Silva. After 11, it's 62 for 4.
Cycle Incense Agarbati Fair Play Award. Double of Viking, Dasun Shanake at the top, 265 points. Gold Gladiators in second place. Still a long way to go for teams.
How about that? It's coming to Mendes, who's still bowling, but he's bowling with his right arm. So he's trying to bowl off spin to try and take the ball away from Thisara Pereira. When Shoaib Malik and Dhananjay De Silva were together in the previous over, he was bowling with his left arm.
Not quite sure that's the right approach. If you look at that last innings when he scored 97, over 50% of the runs through the offside. Maybe straighter lines, encourage him to hit through the onside.
But different pitch, more grip, it's slower. But the pressure is on now. Thisara Pereira, and knowing what he can do, you can see he's bowling a lot quicker to Thisara Pereira.
Again, offside, giving himself room, so playing to his strengths and doing it well. Thisara Pereira.
Russell pointed out he's bowling too quick. And that was in advantage of the left-handed batsman. Flat batted it and got the first 6 going.
Got to keep going, these two. Both finding their range. 6 to end the last over. Now a bit of momentum.
Clubber again. Goes all the way. Are we seeing a repeat of his batting in the last game?
He's not afraid of chancing his arms once again. Just phenomenal. From that land to be able to hit the ball and get the elevation. Stroke and a half.
He said that yesterday too. I was just playing my game. I was not worried about whether wickets were falling, what was happening. And if he can stay in that same zone, it will be good for him as well as the Jaffna Stallions.
Come on, Russ, tell me, where would you bowl to Thisara Pereira, to get him out or to contain him?
I'll bowl a lot slower, but wide of off stump, make him fetch. He wants to strike, he's busy, Thisara Pereira. The closer you bowl to him, the tougher it is. So try to get him to hit towards extra cover of the front foot.
Or if a batsman who likes to hit the ball straight round the ground, have 3 fieldsmen on the offside behind point and ask him to go after the ball and try and play off the back foot.
I would encourage him to slug sweep the ball against the spin. Finds a gap, gets another 4. It's an expensive one. 20 runs in the over so far, 2 6s and a 4. Still a delivery left.
That's a problem. If you bowl with both the arms, the control is never going to be there. He's given freebies in this over. And the situation has enhanced for Jaffna Stallions.
My 11 champion shot the last one. Ends up with a dot delivery. But the damage was already done. 12 gone, 82 for 4. Partnership 33, I beg your pardon, from 16 deliveries. 5 4s, 3 6s in the innings.
Nuwan Pradeep, very experienced for Sri Lanka. A lot of cricket with the white ball. He'll be crucial. They've held him back for the death overs because he bowls a good Yorker.
Should be a good contest between Pereira and Pradeep.
My 11 circle MVP of the tournament. Gunatuleka at the top. Thisara Pereira, not surprisingly, in second place. Samad Patel, Gunaratna, and Gurbaz on that list.
The key for the Stallions is these two batsmen need to be together come the 15th over. Yes, they have Hasaranga, they have Chaturanga. But if you keep losing wickets, it will be a weight on the batsman's mindset. And that will keep the fielding unit in the game all the time and more belief. Bit clumsy, Munaf Patel.
If you've been following today's play, again the second of a double-header, spinners dominating proceedings. That's been the headline of today. Good change from what we've seen in previous days, where bat dominated proceedings.
Yeah, you'd like that. Different skills to be tested. Can you adjust? What have you got?
Shah also getting into the act. All the spinners doing a fine job for their respective teams.
Too many spinners, Darren. Too many spinners.
Well, they've been awfully quiet in this Lanka Premier League. The spinners, finally, they had the opportunity to celebrate and also enjoy the conditions.
Very good from Dhananjay De Silva. Thisara Pereira too, running between the wickets. Boundaries are hard to come by. Big shots are hard to come by. They're still scoring runs. That's what's important.
Russell, tell me what's going through the minds of these two players out in the middle, these batsmen. What should be their plan?
Thisara Pereira will of course play his own game. That's what he'll be thinking. Dhananjay De Silva. Stay positive, get Pereira on strike. The main thing which they failed in the first 5-6 overs was they couldn't get the strike rotating either.
Edged. And it's 4. Let me tell you, they'll be thinking how to get to 150. How to get to 150 at least. Anything above that is going to be a bonus. And that's why these two batsmen, they are coordinating after every delivery.
43 balls. 58 runs away. My 11 circle, champion shot. It's a champion player. He deserves every luck. He's in that mood. He's being that positive, the Jaffna Stallions captain.
Seen exactly what the old adage is. This game is built on 80% psychology. Confidence high to Thisara Pereira. Following up his great knock in the last match, and again playing with the freedom and flair. 13 overs gone, 93 for 4. Passage of play for Jaffna Stallions. Bit of a recovery here. 44 from 22. The partnership, the captain taking things in his own hands.
He's got to keep it in his hands. 7 overs, that's 42 balls. 10 in over, that's 160. That'll be a good score on this pitch with the attack he has. But you got to get there. Yes, Hasaranga, Chaturanga. Brothers to follow, but you don't want a new batsman coming in. They've got to get used to the conditions once again.
Abir, tell me a little bit of what you've seen here and what could be done differently from the Kandy Tuskers in terms of when they try to close this innings off with the ball.
Well, when you talk about how to go about things when they're bowling at Pereira, he bats with a lion heart, with lion instinct. And you know, if you show fear and vulnerability to a lion, you are history. So you have to bowl him with a big heart. Forget about getting tapped. Look to get him out. If you show fear to him, you'll be punished.
It's one way of changing the equation. Get Thisara Pereira out. Psychologically, you take the advantage. Kandy Tuskers will have confidence in their batting. Brendan Taylor in the last match produced the goods. Played quite well for his half century.
Bowling it into the pitch. That's perfect. Perfect from Naveen ul Haq. And a good call from the umpire too. So 2 short balls is bowled both into the pitch. aggressive cricketer, wholehearted cricketer.
If you want to see body language, this is the bowler you turn to. Mentioned in an interview with you, Ruslanal, that he's changed his approach from the first couple of matches he's played in this tournament. Looks a lot better.
Because he's understood the conditions, settling into the team. Direct hit, the umpires are going to have a look at that, but there's not much excitement. It's always an indication. Slow ball breaking the rhythm again, Amir.
Easy decision. Should be for the third umpire. It's clearly in. Now with the field placing, the bowler has become very predictable, hasn't he? He's got a deep square leg, two fielder behind, square in a circle, wide his third man. It means he's looking to bowl slow bounces outside the off stump. All full and wide. Yep. Nicely done. Excellent effort in the deep.
Kusal Mendes, presence of mind to knock it back. Now he had to change tack, Amir, because he's bowled the short one for the over. Until then, square leg, fine leg way in the deep. So again, that's also tells stories about the character of the bowler. He's able to make that adjustment. A different plan.
And we've spoken about captains being aligned to bowlers and plans. You're seeing a field supporting exactly where the bowler wants to bowl, full and wide. There are three boundary riders through the offside. So clear plans on show.
You can have plans, but you also got to have the ability to execute it.
Also commitment in the field. Fielders supporting plans and execution. Looking quite good. Kandy Tuskers with the ball.
That's done. That's done. It's a 6. The 100 comes up. 50 partnership as well. But Darren Ganga. Look at what the umpire is saying. Oh dear, Naveenul Haq has undone all the good work. We were just praising them. They've been a very different team from the first two games. But at a vital time, has he got the call right?
Oh, that was kind of harsh on the bowler, one has to say. But yeah, you mentioned execution of the plan. That's the key. If you falter, you're going to be punished, especially against a player like Pereira.
Where's he going to go? That's a wide. He'll have to re-bowl that. Now the pressure has shifted.
It's the nature of this format of the game. Naveenul Haq will have to take personal responsibility for overstepping. But again, there are many things going right. You expect good deliveries. You expect a bowler to probably miss his length, miss his delivery.
3 overs back. It seemed like it'll be very difficult for Jaffna Stallions to get to 150. Now, they have created an opportunity for themselves to go beyond 170. Nicely hit into the gap, and that's what my 11th circle champion shot was.
Oh, the skipper's call is showing how it's done. Just play your own game. Don't worry about what's happening out there. Back yourself. Know your strength. Strong he is. TP. Not time pass. What we do up here, it's Tisera Pereira who's having a ball out there.
Wrong length. It was in the slot. Should have been in that Yorker region.
Is that right, Russell?
Oh, you should see Mickey Arthur up here. Biscuits, nuts, all for TP.
I thought we were working. Nicely hit once again. And the same result. Even better.
20 runs again off the 14th. 113 for 4 Jaffna Stallions.
partnership has now gone to 64 from just 30. Last 4 overs producing 62. And that's the carnage that we've seen recently. As the Kandy Tuskers have the character to change this and finish on a better note.
Darren Ganga, it was 4 for 49. At the end of 10, it was 50 for 4. In 4 overs, these two have turned it around. Now, Dhananjay De Silva, very crucial role. He should not try to match Thisara Pereira shot for shot. Just get Thisara Pereira on strike.
Well, he goes for the big one. Doesn't time it properly. We'll get a couple runs. But what he also can't do, Russell, is just not score. He's got to turn the strike over at least and offer it to Thisara Pereira.
That's the way to go. There are big gaps on the leg side. Previous over, Naveen ul Haq was going along so nicely. Those slower bouncers work. But then TP thought he was not going to waste any more time. No time pass. We're going to make time count. Swivel finds the fielder.
I would still like to see spinner operating. He likes a bit of pace. Pereira. Oh, he's been punishing the faster bowlers at his will. Be it a short pitch delivery, a wideish delivery, he's been executing those cover drives, straight drives, pull shots quite effectively.
Would have liked to see Naveen ul Haq go round the wicket, just change the angle a bit to the left-hander. When things are not going your way, that's when you've got to be brave, be a little bit proactive as a bowler.
He's developed his game. Credit to Thisara Pereira though. Is to drag everything to the onside, but now he's hitting offside. And he hits them powerfully. So now he's a lot tougher to bowl. He hits them down the ground off the front foot, off the back foot. You work on your game, you become a better player. My 11 circle, champion shot. Squeezes that and look at it fly.
He's timed it quite well. Just guiding the ball into the gap for 4 runs. Easy as you like.
I was out there before the start of this match, and both teams, they were warming up with fielding drills, and the ball was just skipping across the outfield. The hardness, a little bit of sheen on the grass. Very, very quick outfield. So the minute you get it in the gap, it goes for 4.
Now, one mistake in this format can really hurt you. That over from Kamunde really changed the momentum for Jaffna Stallions. From there on, they have taken on the bowlers, and they're doing it effectively.
Coming to Mendes, they made the decision that they're going after him to make a change. It's worked. And what do you say, Ganga? 10 overs, 4 for 50, like a minefield, and then they scored 70 just like that. Was it the approach at the start? Was it the bowling changes? Have they gone away from the spin that has been working on this pitch?
It's the psychology of the game. Thisara Pereira thinking differently, more positive in his approach.
Two's the call. He goes on to 49. Now I'll highlight something for you, guys. Thisara Pereira is on 146. He made 97 off 44 yesterday. He was not out, and he's 49 off 20. So that's 64 balls, 146 runs.
For me, where Thisara Pereira has improved, when you talk about a batsman who likes to hit the ball very hard, not necessarily manages to hit the ball into the gaps consistently, but that's where he has improved. Whenever he hits the ball, it's in the gap.
Playing a miss. Thought he was going to get his 50. He'll have to wait a little bit longer. 15 overs gone, 122 for 4 now.
I don't see any reason why they can't go at 10 and over, at least. Takes them past the 170 mark, 12 and over to 180. De Silva on 35. He's played a very good supporting role here since Pereira has arrived, or TP as Russ likes to call it. I hope Russ goes and takes a bit of a lie down, actually. He needs a bit of a rest, I think.
Yeah, he does, and he needs to have some more of those biscuits that he's got on his desk there, and nuts.
Right, 5 overs to go. Direct hit will be interesting. It's not a direct hit, but out of the blocks quickly. Pereira.
Talking about nuts, I thought Russell was going nuts here. By the way, Tissera was batting. And he made a big statement. He said, once in a lifetime innings. Let's see whether that once in a lifetime would be repeated.
Well, he's lying down at the back of the commentary box now, so he's just sort of deep breaths. I can see deep breaths now, and practicing some yoga practices, stances.
123 for 4. Yep, Hedi, you're talking about 10 plus. At this rate, with this momentum, it can be even more. That's where they are at the moment. They've completely dominated the bowling. They've just forgotten about the surface. And this is why I believe that pitchers react to the way you bat. And Tissera Pereira reaches his 50. And another fantastic innings by the captain. He came out with all guns blazing, put the bowlers on the defense, and that's completely put the bowlers off. All the variety and whatever they bowled is thrown out of the window. Tissera Pereira is now the dominant factor.
That's a good connection. And it's gone all the way for 6. Not by much, but it doesn't have to go by much. Could be a big over this.
Yeah, let's not forget the role that Dhananjay De Silva's played in all this. I think he's been superb tonight. His tempo of his innings has been outstanding. He's run so well between the wickets, and he's been the perfect foil for Tissera Pereira.
3 balls left in the over. That's what happens. Short a little bit quicker, and just eased away for a boundary. It's a mile 11 circle champion shot, that one. Important boundary at this stage as well. Dozen runs off the over, still 2 balls remaining.
The quiet achiever, if that's one way of describing Dhananjay De Silva, because no one takes notice of what he's doing. It's all Tissera.
I take a lot of notice of what he's doing, Rashan. He's playing the perfect role tonight.
The spotlight, I mean, is on Tissera. Dhananjay is all on his own, just doing it in his own way, but Tissera, on the other hand, just going blasting.
That's a great shot. Beautifully controlled for 50. Skipper's down there pretty smartly, so 2 guys now on 50 for the Stallions. Very good partnership. 89 as well.
The other day, Mickey, when Avishka Fernando got his runs batting in the company of Shoaib Malik, I know that you spoke to him, told him that's exactly what you want. Is this what you want from Dhananjay?
This is exactly the role that we want Dhananjay to play. He's done it brilliantly tonight.
Oh, that's even bigger. That's a terrific shot. Huge over that one. 22 runs off that over. 16 gone. 144 for 4.
Cricket lova kalamba Pitiya yali sarasa Ekba jaya gamu lova jaya gamu Sinhanada batura It's the 15, 16, cricket crazy nations. How exciting! In stadium waiting, tension, tension. Ding 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 ding. Ya chakka hoi hoi, Bangalaya galo koi. 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 Oh world, jaw dropping, jaw dropping. Blockbuster, cup waiting, cup waiting. Stadium shouting, bombastic rocking. People are cheering, everybody hearing. Like the morning, Jommeloi, Kushishima Mahai. Ekbe duniya, cholbe khela, ekhi sathe shobai. Nai, nai, matha je nai, jai, jai, egiye jai. Cholo shobai, ekhi sathe bijoy.
To go. It was a very different story not so long ago for the Tuskers. Pradeep. It's a beautiful shot. Oh, and it's down. Picked out the fielder. Pereira thought he was in real trouble.
Well, I don't want to call it a disaster because it's not a disaster. Disaster is something else. But this is a big miss. Last 5 overs, and the Jaffna Stallions would want their skipper to be there. And he's still there because it was pretty ordinary. Nuwan Pradeep's face and his reaction tells the story.
Garbaz has got to take those catches. He's got lots of tape on those fingers of his. The ball might be getting a little bit slippery as well, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for the Stallions when they bowl a little bit later. But that catch could well be costly. You don't want a couple of extra overs from Tassara Pereira with the willow in his hand.
The Tuskers haven't found a method to separate these two, and they had the opportunity. Somehow just let it slip.
That's found the gap, and it's gone for 4. Certainly wasn't looking to go in that region, but that boundary has now brought up the 100 partnership of just 44 deliveries.
Kandy Tuskers under a lot of pressure, and you could see that even the mistakes are now starting to appear. Catch drop. Munaf Patel, of course, not the quickest, just couldn't get across, and everything that the Stallions seem to do are paying great dividends.
Nice ball by Pradeep. Dugouts. Just the single brings Pereira back on strike.
That's the quality of Nuwan Pradeep. I think he's bowled really, really well this competition so far. He's landed what he wants to do, and he's bowled to a clear plan. Just on Dhananjaya de Silva, I like seeing Dhananjaya de Silva go from extra cover to mid-on. For me, he's trying to hit that just a little bit too square. He's got great hands when he bats. When he gets those hands through the ball, when he hits it through the covers and to sort of in the arc to mid-on, that's where he's at his strongest.
16 Yorkers to Pradeep so far. Low full toss. Oh, and it's through. Unforced error.
It's not helping their cause. Three mistakes in this over. Catch dropped, Munaf Patel struggling, and this one pretty straightforward. They all know it. They know it. Nuwan Pradeep wasn't happy at all, and so was Navinul Haq.
Pradeep cannot believe what's happened in this over.
Nuwan Pradeep, you've got to feel for him. He's done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. If looks could kill.
Oh, he's picked that up superbly, and that's gone for 6. That is a very, very big shot. That is right out of the screws, and that's travelled some distance.
The thing with that is, and the thing that would really annoy me if I was a coach in that dressing room, is that ball that went out to extra cover should have been one run. Danajaya da Silva would have then been on strike for that ball. Because it's gone for 4, Tesoro Pereira's on strike, and he's hit the next one for 6. Poor cricket.
Trying to go a little bit earlier. I think Pereira should be out. Should have been caught. He's not, though. He's still there. 16 runs from the over. Gabaz was the man that put him down. Oh, it's hard in the ground. Can be able to retain the strike. And that rounds off a very big over. An unfortunate over for Pradeep. 17 from it, though. 161 for 4. I suppose the target now is, can they get to the 190 mark? 3 overs remaining. Can they even have another very big over and get 200? $111 runs scored in the last 7 overs. 13 runs per over gets them the 200 mark. Naveen ul Haq running into the skipper. He's got underneath that and he's hit that many a mile. That's a great way to start the over.
That is unbelievable batting. The last 2 innings that Tesoro Pereira has played have been sublime. You know, we saw Andre Russell the other night. This is as good as what we saw from Andre Russell. Tesoro Pereira has been incredible with the way he's played, the cricket shots he's played. He hasn't slogged, and the way he's come in and dominated the situations. Really, really impressive. This is so exciting for me as the national coach.
Well, they're happy. You know who they are. The owners of Jaffna Stallions.
That might be out. It is out. Eventually the wicket falls. It is the end of an extraordinary knock. Really has been outstanding stuff from the captain. He's a little bit disappointed in the end, but that has been brilliant stuff.
He'll be disappointed with himself that he couldn't carry on, but I can tell you that he's done enough damage. It's just making sure that it's a legal delivery. Does he have enough behind the line?
Yep. That's okay.
I think he's just over the line, so he'll be disappointed. But he's just on the line. He's just having a little bit behind, just to make sure that it is a legal delivery. But thank you for the entertainment. Simply magnificent. Out for 68, 167 for 5, the Jaffna Stallions.
So the dismissal of Pereira is just going to relieve a little bit of pressure, I guess, for the Tuskers. Opportunity for them to pick up maybe a wicket or two more. Hasaranga now, strike rate of 136. Getting deep into this innings, so they're still going to be looking to score boundaries. That's the name of the game at this stage. But wickets is what counts as far as the Tuskers are concerned right now. That is exactly what will stop the flow. Brilliant stuff from Pereira.
He was simply superb. He really, really was. And this is bringing the magician, Wanindu Hasaranga de Silva, to the wicket. He can do anything in cricket. He is a very, very special talent. He will finish this innings particularly well, I think.
Backing away, give himself some room, and he's out first ball. Pradeep is the man that takes the catch, a third man.
Dhananjay de Silva, the batsman, out now. Well, the Jaffna Stallions wouldn't like this. They've just had the set batsman, Tisana Pereira, getting out, and now Dhananjay de Silva. The coach Kandy knows it. So now the opportunity for the Tuskers at least to redeem themselves, because two new batsmen.
Yeah, correct. My apologies. Is the two big run scorers who are now gone. Could have done with him staying around a little bit longer. Dhananjay de Silva gone for 61, 167 for 6. Literally minutes ago, I was talking about the fact that they might be stirring the 190, maybe even 200, perhaps not now. Hat-trick ball coming up. 2 wickets in the last 2 balls. Can he pick up a hat-trick? A little bit friendly, that full toss for a hat-trick ball. Just a single, though. That's okay, as Naveen ul Haq continues his good work at this stage.
Well, he's redeemed himself to a point. This is the second wicket of Dhananjay de Silva. Let's not forget that he's the one that really got this Pereira going in that over, bowling a no ball and then being punished. And then off Nuwan Pradeep, wasn't the greatest fielding display, but he's come back. He's got 2 wickets in successive deliveries, so he's given some hope to the Tuskers to try and keep the score under 200. At one stage looked a real distant dream.
Slower bouncer, hard into the deck. Just a single.
The 2 brothers at the wicket now. And just can't reiterate how bad it is for an innings when you lose your 2 in batsmen in 2 balls. It probably costs you about 20 runs. There's Chaturanga de Silva's figures, averaging just about 15 at a strike rate of 122.
2 wickets in the over, 8 runs from it so far. Now that was from a long way back he delivered that, so he didn't really have to do that, I don't think. Tried something a little bit different. Suddenly a delivery from around about 25 yards. Smashed away for a boundary. 12 from, 173 for 6.
Right center. Correct.
Two overs to go now. 173 for 6. Ended up being a big over in the end. A little bit unnecessary, I think, that last delivery.
In case you're wondering what this reaction was, it's because of this. This is that last delivery. Look where he's delivering it from. Hazy said 25 yards.
It was still a full toss. My 11 circle champion fan enjoyed it.
I'm just bemused by that. What do you think he was trying to gain out of delivering the ball from that so far back?
I have no idea. I'd like to ask the champion fan what he was trying to do. That's just nonsensical. Don't forget to download that app, My 11 Circle, and play with the champions. Sliced. And 4. That went very smartly down there. Pradeep can't believe the bad luck he's had. That man, he thinks, is a little bit too square.
Well, Naminul Haq, you made the point about the delivery, and to me, it's simply the pressure he's under. He's just been smacked around, the bowler's been smacked around, and they just seem to have lost the plot. And he's trying everything. And in the process, just playing into the hands of the opponents, like bowling that full toss of 25 yards.
Oh, it's another full toss, and it's out. Straight to the man in extra cover. Wicket, stop the flow at this stage. If they can save 10 or 15 runs at this stage of an innings, it makes a big difference. Quick little check of the no ball.
50th wicket for Nuwan Pradeep in T20 cricket, and that's fine. Dilwan Pereira, the catcher.
He's having a great time.
I wonder whom he's supporting. He's celebrating boundaries and wickets.
Waninda Hasaranga, 5 off 4, 177 for 7.
Shinwari digs that one out. Tempted Yorker.
Should it be Suranga Lakmal, Mickey?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think having worked with both, I probably would have sent Suranga Lakmal in. Wanindu's going to be disappointed with that dismissal. That was a full toss. He could have hit it anywhere. He's picked out Dilwan Pereira.
Well, they can now smile. Like at one stage, Tilinakanda may look completely different.
Yeah, there were no smiles then.
They look to be under pressure until Tisara Pereira, for the second day running, has rescued the Jaffna Stallions. This time in the company of Dhananjaya.
Won't have to bowl that one again. Yes, he will. That's a wide called.
Again, I don't mind him missing. He's missing there. His field is telling you that he's going to bowl wide of the off stump, so that's marginal. That's marginal. His length wasn't too bad. He's bowling to his plan. If the execution is just slightly wrong, it'll be a wide. But I like his thinking.
Except he's done it again. It's another wide, Mickey. Do you still like it?
Yeah, I do, because he's getting back to the end of his mark now on Pradeep. He knows what he wants to do, and he's committing to it. He's committed to his plan.
He bowled 2 wides, Mickey.
Not like
For goodness
wides.
sake, 2 extra bowlers.
Come on, Mickey.
Guys, we're talking about the process.
I'm talking about the end result.
I know. Remember, the process drives the result.
Yeah. Couple of wides, that's the result. There's the egrets. They've been disturbed, I think, by the lights. Just trying to settle now, trying to sleep. Oh, and Mickey, what do we got there? You like that one?
Imagine if that was a wide.
Nuwan Pradeep knows what he wants to do. You don't mind a guy with a plan, and it was at the second wide. That's tight. That's not a wide. Nuwan Pradeep is so unlucky tonight.
No, it wasn't a wide. That was the third one. Might have been a nick there. Nope, it was certainly a noise. Hit the gloves hard at the end.
Hazy, did you hear someone cheering?
19 overs gone, 180 for 7. Six balls, that's what we got left in this innings. Stallions got themselves in a strong position now. You were talking earlier today that that number around about the 170 mark was going to be a challenging one. 180 for 7. An opportunity to play against 6. Oh, that's gone straight over top of the stumps, I think.
Well, this is the price the Tuskers are paying for those 2 wickets lost. Dhananjay De Silva and Tisar Pereira of 2 consecutive balls. Nuwan Pradeep has been excellent, but he's been very unfortunate. Well, Mickey, you're talking about the process. Take us through.
Yeah, well, have a look. 38% in the Yorker area, 42 in the slot, 10% just back of a length. Clear what his plan is, and it's all on the offside. Point being there is all you can ask of your bowlers is that they have a plan when they go out, they set the field accordingly. At the back of their run-up, they decide what they're going to bowl, they commit to that plan. And then there's nothing, then if it goes slightly wrong, you can't help it. I just like the fact that there's a process, there's a method, and there's some thinking in what they're trying to do.
And I'm pleased for you.
And we're only teasing you.
Thank you, Hazy. Where are those birds of yours again? Where are those egrets? What,
there they are. There they are, Mickey. They want to have a little nap. Look at them. Okay, 4 balls left now. Full toss, hammered away. Really well done. That is outstanding. It is something they practice, but Gunaratne has done superbly.
Great presence of mind. And that is Asela Gunaratne, I think, on the boundary at cover. Just made sure that he threw it back, just composed himself, came over the line. Good work. But this is really a strong comeback by the Tuskers. When you looked at where the Jaffna Stallions were, they've come back very, very strongly. Another look. Take a look at how he composes himself. Knows that he's almost at the edge. Throws it back. And then quickly recover. So, another wicket down for the Stallions. That's a confirmation that it's a legal ball.
That was a brilliant catch. Absolutely brilliant. No problem whatsoever with the feet by the advertising triangle. He knew he was in trouble at that stage. Has to get off the ground again. There we go, back on the ground. Superb. Pretty tight in delivery. Bit of fire behind that one.
Yeah, and these two guys, Shinwari speaks Pushto as well, so there'll be a little bit of competition. Full toss just outside the off stump. Beautifully caught. Great presence of mind there by Asela Gunaratne. And this doesn't happen by chance. These guys practice it day in and day out.
Two balls left. Slow delivery that time. And 4 runs the result.
Shibari saw it. The slow bounces seem to be something that the bowlers love to use all the time, just bowling into the pitch. It took an age to reach him. I think the question is he asking the umpire whether it was a wide or not?
No, he was asking the umpire if that's one for the over, because if it is one for the over, he can't bowl another short ball, so then he knows what's going to come.
So here we go. This is the last ball of the innings. It is a very good total, this. Stallions will have to bowl with a ball that's going to be a little bit slippery with the dew. That's hard. Into the foot, into the ground as well, I think. Thought about asking for the catch, not to be in the end. They might be sending that upstairs to have another look. They're going to have a chat, actually, the two umpires. So there's every chance they're going to send this up to the third umpire, the TV umpire, to get confirmation of this. Let's have a look and see what the signal is after they give the TV signal as well. Soft signal or not? No, he thinks not out.
Yeah, straight into the ground. That's not even close. Ground, pad, straight back up to the bowler. Naveen, not out.
It really doesn't make much of a difference because they never got a run off it. 185 for 8. So it has to be not out. But the good thing for the Tuskers is that they'll take these last 3 overs with them because they really came back strongly. The last 3 overs, 15 runs. 185 for 8. Is a very good return for them from where Thisara and Dhananjay took the Stallions to.
I think that's just above par, actually. I think this is going to be a good game. A real good chase on the cards here for Kandy Tuskers.
Yeah, one of the challenges is going to be if they can grip the ball properly when they do bowl later on. But this is some of the work that we saw from Tesaro Pereira, 68 off 28 deliveries. That's all. He was just hammering to all parts. 5 sixes and 5 fours. This really was special. Continuing from yesterday where he scored that magnificent 97 off 44 deliveries. He really is in a nice little vein of form.
Everything that Tisera touched turned to goal, 68, and look at the number of balls he's used. Dhananjay De Silva, equally good, supported him, 61 of 38, and this innings was all about that, and some support at the top by Banuka, 15 of 23. 185 for 8, the Jaffna Stallions.
135.
Cricket lova kalamba Vidya yali sarasa Ek bajaya gamu lova bajaya gamu Sinhanada batura It's the battle of the champions It's the glory of the nation It's a celebration It's a revolution You can feel it everywhere
அடியில சுத்தி இறங்குவோம் பண்டையத்தை நத்தியத்தை நோக்கி ஒன்று ஒன்ன கள்ளத்துல நெருப்பத்தை வீசி வெட்டையாட கட்டுக்குள்ள 11 சிங்க குட்டி வந்துருச்சு பொட்டி போட்டு போடுபட்ட விளையாட்டு ஆடு கொண்ட தலை கண்ண கண்டையது தலை கவசம் மட்டும் தான் நண்டு போடுகிற வாயிலா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா ஆறா அடிடா நாளா உடடா இறங்கி அடிச்சா எவன்டா கேப்பான் ஒன்னதான் நீ போட ஒன்னதான் செய்வோட ஒன்னதான் ஆடு கொண்ட ஒன்னதான் கொடுப்போண்டா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா
Jaya gamu, Jaya gamu, Satana Jaya gamu, Ratama Jaya gamu, Love siu biga Jaya ki hananampa. Winning together, striving together, rising together, glory forever. LPL is the moment we win together. Yeah.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Win together.
Cricket lova kalamba Vidya yali sarasa Ek bajaya gamu lova bajaya gamu Sinhanada batura It's the battle of the champions It's the glory of the nation It's a celebration It's a revolution You can feel it everywhere
அடியில சுத்தி இறங்குவோம் பண்டையத்தை நத்தியத்தை நோக்கி ஒன்று ஒன்ன கள்ளத்துல நெருப்பத்தை வீசி வெட்டையாட கட்டுக்குள்ள 11 சிங்க குட்டி வந்துருச்சு பொட்டி போட்டு போடுபட்ட விளையாட்டு ஆடு கொண்ட தலை கண்ண கண்டையது தலை கவசம் மட்டும் தான் நண்டு போடுகிற வாயிலா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா ஆறா அடிடா நாளா உடடா இறங்கி அடிச்சா எவன்டா கேப்பான் ஒன்னதான் நீ போட ஒன்னதான் செய்வோட ஒன்னதான் ஆடு கொண்ட ஒன்னதான் கொடுப்போண்டா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா
Jaya gamu, Jaya gamu, Satana Jaya gamu, Ratama Jaya gamu, Love siu biga Jaya ki hananampa. Winning together, striving together, rising together, glory forever. LPL is the moment we win together. Yeah.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Win together.
Cricket lova kalamba Vidya yali sarasa Ek bajaya gamu lova bajaya gamu Sinhanada batura It's the battle of the champions Action 16, cricket crazy nations
Welcome back to Hambantota, where we've just witnessed a very eventful first half of match 8 in the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League. Jaffna Stallions electing to bat first, got to 185 for 8 thanks to a half century by their captain, who's been in really good form, 68 from 28, and Dhananjaya De Silva also having a great partnership with him, one with 118, which really got the Jaffna Stallions out of trouble at one stage. They were 50 for 4 after 10 overs.
Yeah, it was a dull start for Jaffna Stallions, but they finished up very brightly. Unfortunate run out to start with, and of a no ball.
But nothing went right. They looked like they were batting on a minefield. Wickets were falling, runs were not coming. And more drama. Shoaib Malik run out at the bowler's end. The Tuskers were on top. 10 overs for 50, 4 wickets down, but then it all changed. It was just all about the attitude, it was all about the approach. The confidence and arrogance of the captain, along with Dhananjaya De Silva. The Stallions finally started to gallop.
Yeah, it created that fear in the mind of bowlers, didn't he? Force them to change their line and lengths, force them to change their speeds, and really work in the favour of Jaffna Stallions. The runs kept on coming through the captain, and whoever was partnering with the captain, they kept on gathering runs.
They could have gotten more, Jaffna Stallions, when they lost their captain to Sarah Pereira and Dhananjaya De Silva. The last 3 overs only produced 24. So there was a chance to go beyond that 200 mark. With credit to Kandy Tuskers, their bowlers, the outfielding was able to pull things back. Now it's time for them to bat. Kandy Tuskers will have a huge task. It's not easy batting second, as we've seen.
It's a good attack. Usman Khan Shinwari will lead that attack. He was brilliant yesterday, 3 for 16. Tuan Olivier gives something different. There's Tisera Pereira, one into Hasaranga. At the toss, 185, Tisera Pereira would have said yes. Yes, that's what we want.
Kandy Tuskers have batted well in this Lanka Premier League, but this time around, against this attack, they're going to be tested. The openers, they have to bat sensibly. They have to negate any chances of Jaffna Stallion bowlers picking up wickets, and at the same time they have to give the momentum to this innings. Tough ask, but they have to do it if they are to win this game.
Openers for the Kandy Tuskers, Ramanullah Gulbaz, Kusal Pereira, the captain. We'll expect some aggression from Gurbaz because that's how he plays at the top of the innings in T20 cricket. Kusal Pereira might be a little more watchful. He would want to bat deep in this innings, guide his team home. He's been in good form too.
Strengthened with the inclusion of Brendan Taylor. Half century yesterday, straight into it. But Gurbaz has been the man at the top. That strike rate of 158, so crucial. He gets off to a flyer. He lets Kusal Pereira settle. Kusal Mendes is also in good form. So for the Kandy Tuskers, it's got to be done at the top. And the power plays, they've used really well. 69, 67. They have a way to go. Kusal Pereira wanted to field first, saying our strength is our batting.
What will also help this Kandy Tuskers team, there is a little bit of dew, so gripping the ball will become more and more difficult as we go deeper into the night. And we've spoken about it, boundaries not so big So it's very hard to defend, especially when you have guys who can clear the fence.
Whatever you said makes the job doubly important, especially these two openers. If they keep momentum to this innings, keeping wickets intact, yes, we'll have a superb game. Exciting times.
Here's Shinwari. A bit of bounce, the angle as a left arm seamer. We've seen Munaf Patel extract some lateral movement. So as a fast bowler, you're looking to hit the seam. You're focusing on that length that you want to bowl that will challenge the defenses of batsmen.
3 overs for 14, Munaf Patel. Yes, he was not express. In fact, gentle medium pace, but he got that ball to move, Guns. That was so important.
Well, that's Shinwari's strength. He's got the knack of getting the ball to wobble in the air, and with that angle he bowls from, it brings a bit of problem for the right-handers. And he's got this ability to bend the ball back into the right-handed batsman. Need to be watchful.
Slip in place. Finds enough bat on this one. It goes high in the night sky, and she flies for 6.
The start you want, Gurbaz. He'll throw his bat at everything. Wasn't all that short. Pitching outside leg stump. Has a go top edge. Who cares? Flies, you said. Flies away.
The bowler does. Jaffna Stallions do. And I'm sure you were backing Jaffna as well. So, are you okay?
Not hiding that.
Netherlands just making the batsman think a bit more whether the ball was coming in or going away with the angle.
They're realizing very quickly that he has to bowl off stump line. Cannot bowl wicket to wicket. If there is a slip in place, you've got to give yourself as a bowler a bit of chance to get the edge of the bat.
Third man, deep square leg. There's also a slip. Partnerships between these two for the Kandy Tuskers. 75 versus Colombo, 22 versus Gaul, 14 versus Dambulla. Now it's already on to 6.
Sent back. Good call, good decision. Jaffna Stallions lost early wickets. It'll be important for these two to develop a good opening partnership. Had a good start as a pair. In that first game, they produced 75 against Colombo Kings. Gurbaz and his captain, Kusal Pereira. 22 against Gaul. And 14 against Dambulla Vikings. So it's been going downwards.
Coach of the Kandy Tuskers, Hashan Tilkaratna. All the coaches got the same look, no hair.
It was a fantastic pair, Hashan, wasn't he? In the air once again. Will that be taken? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's a big wicket.
It sure was. Duan Olivier got underneath it. Hands like buckets. Had to wait and wait, but he always looked like he would be picking that one up. Moment he picks it up off the stumps. Eyes on the ball, right underneath it. I'll take that. The Stallions have struck, and you're right, the partnerships are going down. 6 for 1.
Come boys. Stick with our plans. Come boys.
The tactical brain behind this Kandy Tuskers team at the crease. Kusal Mendes, Kusal Pereira.
Yep, the two Kusals batted well yesterday too. Mendes still underachieved for Sri Lanka. He's a very talented player. Hopefully with age on his side will improve. He's at the non-striker's end as the batsman crossed.
A little bit of a miscommunication there between these two. Good first over for the Jaffna Stallions. Just 7 runs coming from it and a wicket. 7 for 1.
Third man, please. Right on over to you. Bullet, correct.
Brendan Taylor slated to come in next. Mentioned he had a half century in the last game, played a lot of reverse sweeps, adapted really well to the opposition bowlers and the conditions.
Just the one change the Jaffna Stallions made going into this game. Sri Lanka's leader of the test team, Suranga Lakmal. Leader of the bowling pack, I should say, coming in for Binura Fernando. So that's also another very good option, an international with a lot of experience.
Not the right option. Going against the angle of the ball. He was lucky to get away with it initially when the ball went over the boundary line for a 6. But this time around, went to the orbit. Nicely judged by Oliver. And look at those smiles. Telling everything. What happened there.
Wrong shot for that length, too full. Should have been looking to hit it a little bit straighter than squarer.
Anything on leg side, just flicking it away. You always get a little bit of shape, Suranga Lakmal.
And he bowls with great control as well.
As captain Sri Lanka in Test cricket.
Two different angles these batsmen have to deal with. One left armour, the other one right armour. Different styles of bowler.
Attacking line and a perfect length to the right-hander, bringing all mode of dismissals into play. They're searching for wickets. If they can get early wickets, and especially with the quality of batsmen at the crease, they give themselves a good chance of winning this game and putting themselves under less pressure as a bowling unit.
Bit clumsy by Shoaib Malik.
Red Bull, drink partner of LPL. Picked up nicely. That was sweet as. Goes all the way for 6.
Sure has. Over the hill, sailing to Kandy. So effortlessly picked up by Kusal Mendes. Instinctive. He's a wonderful player. We are still to see the best of him.
He's only faced 3 deliveries. And he's already sighting the ball big. It wasn't a poor delivery. Just that short, and that was more than enough.
Yep, batting instructions. Well, you can block off the bottom. They've done that. They set the tone all right.
Officially, enough bats. Ariel goes over the infield, gets a boundary, a My 11 circle champion shot.
Well, they're not holding back. They look relaxed. They are smart. If it's in your zone, good players, just let themselves free. And that's what Kusal Mendis is doing. Just reached out a little bit. But just enough bat. Outfield still very, very quick. They're flying now, the Kandy Tuskers. They've forgotten about the wicket they lost early.
Last delivery. Just squeezed through the offside. The chase is on. Gets there. Excellent effort. But it's already an expensive over. 15 runs from it. 2 overs gone. 22 for 1.
Kusal Mendis, 14 of 5, looking really, really good. And that will allow Kusal Perera to settle into the innings. Well, there was a silly mistake that happened in that over which has cost the Jaffna Stallions. Kusal Mendis knocked it onto the onside. And he is a single and Shoaib Malik misfielded. They came back for 2. Next 3 balls, 6, 4, 2. Shinwari continues.
Length. More muscle than anything else. Gets it away. A couple runs to the captain, Kusal Perera.
In the last over. There we go. Easy single. Look at Shoaib Malik. Oh dear. Kusal Mendis back on strike. And at the end of the over, sorry Suranga, my fault. He knows because the next 3 balls went for many. And it's changed the momentum of the game. Silly mistake, little mistake. It matters.
Now that's what they say. If you want to win a certain game, try and make less mistakes. That mistake was costly.
He'll score twice as many in the next game. Don't worry.
He will. He should. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. Shinwari brings the ball back into the left-hander. Fielder. Take on. Brilliant. Brilliant catch. Minod Banuka. How about that? A game changer.
Well, that ball was travelling. It was timed so well. He just used the pace, used the angle. And that ball was flying. Very little time for the fieldsman to react. How well he grabbed that one. Although he was off balance, but retained the control of that ball. And a big wicket for Jaffna Stallions. Kusal Perera, always a big scout. He's removed for 4 runs. It's 24 for 2.
Brendan Taylor, an international player from Zimbabwe, replaces his captain, has a T20 century, so now it's the right time for him to repeat that feat.
Yeah, good partnership yesterday between Kusal Mendis and Brendan Taylor. Catchers win matches, they say. Minod Bhanuka, a game to forget with the bat, made 15. But it was more a struggle, and when you do something like that for your team, it's a wonderful feeling.
Watchful as you'd expect, but it's the second time we've seen Kusal Perera get out to playing that short delivery early in the innings. In an earlier match, he picked out the fielder in front of square, and this time he was going a little bit straighter. But the brilliance of the catch.
He was sprinting, and that ball was travelling. Shorthand jab, so strong, Kusal Perera. Even the batsman didn't have even a chance to even take 2 steps out of their crease. That's how quickly everything happened.
Bhanuka, brilliance being shown in the outfield.
The standard of fielding is picking up now in this LPL. The intensity has been raised. There's more commitment from the fielders. They are anticipating hard.
Quiet word from umpire. Pradeep Rambukwala to Shinwari running on the wicket. There we go. In quick time.
What's important when you're taking a catch like that, you've got to keep your eyes on the ball at all times. Try to get in that position where you can present your hands. Once it hits the right part of your hands, you can complete the catch. That's what he did. Not an easy thing to do. It looked simple, but it's very difficult.
Oh geez, he's galloping in. Usman Khan Shinwari charging in. He's fired up.
So the reason why I've seen this sort of a dismissal very often in this Lanka Premier League, whenever left-hand batsmen they're looking to execute that stroke, they're rolling their wrists and it's going straight to the fielder. Just hook it or try and play all along the ground. Don't involve your wrists.
Two wickets already to Shinwari. Looks quite relaxed. That's the last note on that list of do's from the coach. Be relaxed, have fun.
2 wickets. 2 wickets. If you have picked up 2 wickets in 2 overs, you should be relaxed. After 3, 25 for 2.
A lot of work for Kusal Mendis and Brendan Taylor.
Spin introduced, it's Chaturanga de Silva.
Now sometimes your strength could become your weakness, more so as a batsman. Kusal Perera loves to play the ball square of the wicket, whether it's with that horizontal bat shot, or even if he's driving the ball on wide deliveries. This guy loves to sweep the ball, whether it's the lap sweep or the slug sweep. This time, it's the slug sweep, and he gets it off the middle of the bat.
He doesn't hold back, Brandon Taylor. In any kind of situation, he backs himself to play his strokes. That was nicely executed, Sex, from the bat of Brandon Taylor.
Early in the over, pressure on Chaturanga. Top edge, he gets away with it. That's running away too. The fielders give up the chase. My 11 circle, champion shot. It's the sweep. He's come out there with his broom, Brendan Taylor.
There is a good exponent of this sweep shot. May it be reverse or conventional sweep or just a dab. Quite prolific.
Scored a major part of his runs in the last inning, sweeping the ball here again. Crouching and keeping very low. Spoke about Kusal Pereira. Take a look at his dismissals. The first, second and third, all playing to leg with the horizontal bat. Like this man. Goes again over the boundary, another 6 in the over.
No backward step. Step towards the ball. And just helping it on its way. Says so much about your attitude, approach. Mr. Pereira made a difference for his team. Brendan Taylor doing that for his team.
With his intention, not only he has forced the bowler to change his line and length, also he's forcing the bowler to dart the ball in. Working well for Brendan Taylor.
Good finish to the over. 16 from it, 41 for 2. Couple skyscrapers in the innings, and the Tuskers will need a lot more like those. Brendan Taylor looks in a no-nonsense mood. Already 17 from 10 deliveries, 2 sixes to his name.
Both these batsmen. Look at Mendes, 14 off 5. Change of end for Suranga Lakmal. Next 2 overs, very important for both teams. Tuskers to try and close up on that gap.
I'm quite impressed with Kusal Mendes. He's an intelligent cricketer, thinking batsman. He can play any situation.
Just look at the comparison. Jaffna Stallions, they were 16 for 1 at this stage. Kandy Tuskers way ahead in terms of runs. So they still got to believe that they can make up and score the necessary runs to get them to that target score of 186.
Yeah, he's batting to come. Those very capable Asela Gunaratne, Sikuke Prasanna, coming to Mendes, Dilruwan Pereira. So they do bat deep. But of course, you don't want to be leaving too much for them to do.
Talk about improvisation. And talk about executing a certain stroke with authority.
Well, how do you respond to something like that? Suranga Lakmal looks on in amazement. First thing he does well, he keeps his eyes on the ball, keeps his head down, and he's got good hands to time the bat on ball. Wow, impressive.
Very impressive. Plenty of options. Where do you bowl? They got shots everywhere. 5 sixers in the innings so far. Kandy Tuskers dealing in sixes.
Miscued, up in the air. Will it be taken? Yes! Finally, after conceding a 6, he strikes.
Lakmal will be relieved. That's a big one. Cramped him up for room. The catches are being taken to the relief of the Jaffna Stallions. Told you this, dealing in sixers. He was looking upwards, trying to hit it skywards. Dhananjaya De Silva somehow hangs on to it. Wickets keep falling. These are big wickets. Kusal Mendis gone for 20. Kandy Tuskers are 47 for 3.
New batsman will need some time to get settled. Have a look at the conditions.
Yeah, it's coming to Mendes. He's at the non-striker's end. Good comeback. Couldn't come back from Suranga Lakmal. Last ball of the 5th over coming up, and it's very, very important.
Cross-seam delivery. I mentioned that's a variation that a lot of bowlers use to get a little bit of extra bounce off the seam, the proud seam. This ball's still fairly new, only into the 5th over. So very good from Suranga Lakmal.
Yeah, primitive thinking still works in modern day cricket. If there is a motion in the pitch, ball crossing. Good thinking. End of the over. After 5 overs, it's 47 for 3.
Buzz, Pereira and Mendes. Kushal Mendes, they're the 3 out at the moment. 47 for 3, 5 overs in. The original rate was 9.3. The required rate from here is just a shade under that. So there's no problem with the rate. But the wickets is a bit of an issue. Losing 3 inside 5 overs is not ideal. Duan Olafia now playing in his 50th T20 match. Wonder if we'll see him a little bit quicker tonight. It's a lovely drive through the covers. That's gone for 4. That's a wonderful way to start the over.
That is really a very good shot, Kaminda Mendes. That's first ball as well. Very, very good cricket shot. In the slot from Dwayne Olafia, but had to be well executed, and he did that.
Wickets seem to be the issue for the Tuskers. They've got some experienced players, and Kusal Mendes' dismissal will be very disappointing. You get a 6 and immediate follow-up is a dismissal. You've spoken about it, get off strike, rotate the strike. That should have been the way to go.
Yes, Crystal Mendes, he had just hit a great shot for 6 and then getting out next ball. He'll be disappointed with that. He was looking in good touch, as he has this whole competition. He needs to go on now and get a big score. And for Kandy to get close, he needed to get a score.
He's the sort of player that's got to influence games. He's good enough to do that, and he should be doing that. Just the single. That's good fielding. Nice hustling.
The runs are fine as far as the Tuskers are concerned, but this is the time that the Stallions were really stifled and throttled. So at the moment, if a comparison is made, it will look fairly wide. 52 for 3 as against 23 for 2. So in terms of a comparison, the Tuskers are way ahead, but it is what happened afterwards when the likes of Tissera and Dharanjit got together and started taking on the bowling.
Nice and fine, whipped away with experience for 4.
Brendan Taylor's the go-to man for the Tuskers now. He's playing well. He plays particularly well against spin. I'm really looking forward to watching the tussle between Wanindu Hasaranga and Brendan Taylor later. But Kandy Tuskers need Brendan Taylor to go big if they want any chance in this game.
He has to be in this My 11 Circle fantasy team for sure, Brendan Taylor. He's come in, just his second game. He's impressed so much.
That's another My 11 Circle champion shot. It's a bit of a rude awakening to the crease for Duane Olafia. 3 fours. No pace whatsoever from the big man from Yorkshire these days.
Well, the Stallions will have to be mindful. Now, shots like this, overs like this, will only release that pressure that the initial overs created with wickets taken. It would have been perfect for someone like Wanindu Hasaranga to come in with the batsman squeezed and under pressure to try and bowl more dot balls and get wickets. 61 for 3.
Power play, 61 for 3. Far off the average so far in this Lankan Premier League. Tisara Pereira now with the ball in his hand. This will be a nice little tussle between Higg and Brendan Taylor. Just another look at our broadcast partners. Sony throughout India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Afghanistan as well, ITN in Sri Lanka, PTV Sports and Geo Super in Pakistan, Sportsmax in the Caribbean, Willow TV in the USA, also our digital partners all over the place. Hope you're enjoying the action coming to you from Hambantota, south of the Emerald Isle. Lovely line and length from Tisara Pereira.
Yeah, I do that. I do as well. He's running in tonight. I thought he bowled quite well yesterday too. He's hitting just at back of a length, but he's hitting it with meaning. He's not floating the ball up there. This is what we want from Tisara Pereira.
Just the single. It's going to bring Taylor back on strike now. I see Taylor's having a good look at his broom. The non-strikers end. Might have a little bit of a hairline crack in the broom.
One thing that I used to see from Tissera, I remember him playing in the BPL, and he did bowl those death overs. And what he did then, he used to bowl with a very square arm, round arm action, going for those Yorkers at the death, and he was quite good. But he seemed to have just ditched that bowling action, and he's bowling differently the way he used to bowl. But I know that it was something that he tried to develop when he was looking to bowl those death overs, which he was to a great extent. He bowled with success.
Yeah, the key is just to keep it simple. If you keep trying to do and trying to recreate your action, etc., keep it simple, hit your area, commit to your delivery. That's all we ask.
Bowled some really good Yorkers that way, and he was very good. In fact, surprised a few people. So that was the time that his bowling was struggling a bit. He was always able to get those runs. It was the bowling that really let this down in certain scenarios.
That's what the overseas pros are about, passing on some knowledge. Good to see her from Pattaya nice and busy with Nabeen or Huck. End of the over. 7 overs gone now, 65 for 3. I think it's worth just dipping in occasionally and just having a look at the situation after 7 overs as we look at that match summary. The bottom line there is important, obviously. 121 required from 78 balls at the same stage after 7 overs. The Stallions were 34 for 2. So they're in a lot of trouble, and they started to lose some wickets at this stage as well. So the Tuskers are well ahead. However, there was the onslaught, obviously, from Tessara Pereira in particular that got them to the 185 mark.
Wanindu Hasaranga, the magician.
When Mickey Arthur picked up the mic and said, Wanindu Hasaranga, the magician, I was only looking at his eyes. It was it looked so, he looked so excited. Every time Wanindu Hasaranga appears, I think the man that's most excited is Mickey Arthur.
Yeah, I just think he's a wonderful, wonderful cricketer. I think he's going to play a massive role for Sri Lankan cricket going forward.
He's certainly shown us his promise.
Yeah! Oh, that's not a bad shout, actually. I'm not sure they're going to send it upstairs, though. He didn't look all that interested in the end. I'm not sure that was that far away.
But I think Wanindu straight away thought that it was missing the leg stump. His reaction wasn't really enthusiastic.
Wrong one. Perhaps a miss-stumping. Probably a miss-stumping. Just finding the gap past that inside edge.
That is so well bowled. Googly through the gate. Unbelievably bowled from Wanindu Hasaranga.
It's the way he disguises. There's hardly any difference between the leg spin and the wrong end. Another look. Yeah, it was clearly a miss-stumping because he was down the pitch. But the wicket-keeper too was deceived.
All our coaching staff at, and I'm talking again with the Sri Lankan cricket team, catch to him. Oh, he has the dismissal. Potentially, probably, yeah, missing, going down. The guys that catch with the mitts to Wanindu, I'm talking David Saker, Grandflower, Shane McDermott. Nobody can pick his googly. He just bowls it so well.
Right, so that one was going down the leg side, missing that leg stump. However, should have picked up a stumping soon after. Well out of his crease. That is a very impressive first over, 4 from it. 69 for 3. That's an interesting position. Just easing that one away down towards third man for 1. He'll be pretty keen to get his bat back. I think there was some running repairs done on the sidelines to his first choice broom.
Yeah, he was, and we just got a quick glimpse on the bench there of Lasith Embaldenia, who I think is going to be a star for Sri Lanka, particularly in red ball cricket. A really good left arm spinner, gives the ball a really good rip.
Top edge should be taken, comfortably taken. Pereira in the game again, can't keep him out, this big fella.
Suranga Lakmal, the catcher, settled beautifully underneath it at fine leg. And Kandy Tuskers in trouble. They've lost their 4th wicket. Another look, the short delivery, the top edge wasn't in control at all. And Lakmal absolutely safe on the boundary. So this is a great turnaround for the Jaffna Stallions. Mendy's out for 9, it's 70 for 4.
And I think it's time for the players to have a bit of a discussion about proceedings. Strategic timeout as well.
Contradiction 16, cricket crazy nations, how exciting! Stadium waiting, tension, ding 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 ding. Chaka hoi hoi, bondalaya galo koi. 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 Oh world, jaw dropping. Like a master, cup waiting. Stadium shouting, bombastic rocking. People are cheering, everybody hearing. Like the ball hit, Chommelai, Kushishimana. It's the dunia, Cholbe khela, ekhi sathe shobai. Nai, matha je nai, jai, egiye jai. Cholo shobai, ekhi sathe, bijoy ding 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 ding. Chaka hoi hoi, bondalaya galo koi. 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 Rate bole resha reshi, shobi hobe beshi beshi. Harate tora gara
Taylor's got his original bat back now. And just as well, because he's going to need to do some serious batting yet again. He was the man of the match yesterday. Controlled the innings perfectly.
See, just looking at this tournament panning out, just discussing off air, it's very, very early days. We talk about the wicket first. This is coming to Mendes. A miscue down the throat of Suranga Lakmal at fine leg. But the point I want to make is it's already showing where certain players are in their careers and in terms of where they stand. Being exposed here up against some tough competition and on different types of surfaces. And this is why I feel that the LPL will, if it can be continued with, LPL will certainly serve Sri Lanka cricket very well. I believe it is to be continued with because the current rights holder has signed up a 5-year term, so we're all hoping that it will kick on and it will be a permanent feature.
Look, this can only be really positive for Sri Lankan cricket. Give so many guys an opportunity to play against a higher standard. It's nice and compact as well, which I think is important. He's not happy with his bat. Brendan Taylor is fidgeting around with it the whole time. High standard for a 3-week period, 4-week period maybe. Extra team added later is going to extend it. So 9 overs gone now, 5 from it, 74 for 4. Gunaratne has just arrived at the crease. That's nice and fine. The other thing, of course, Rashan, is that as the LPL continues, you're going to get other overseas players coming in, which is going to help the younger players as well, provide another angle, extra incentive and extra advice. That helps the competitions like this grow. That's a solid shot. That is superbly played, 6 runs.
He hits that so well, Brendan Taylor, sweeps incredibly well. And just to continue that point, I think what it does for the Sri Lankan players is it gives them extra responsibility. They're learning how to play under pressure. They're playing in front of live TV audiences. It takes their cricket to another level. And the cream will rise to the top. We'll see who the best players are that can play international cricket from seeing them play and develop in this competition.
And what an opportunity for the young guys to shine. To reverse sweep, they've got that covered.
And also, Mickey, as we watch the bowlers, you could see that as soon as they're under pressure, how they struggle. It is an indication that they're not seasoned. Sometimes they just don't stick to the plan. And under pressure, they would try to do different things.
Misfield.
And as a result of it, they're paid a heavy price. So these are the areas that they would want to improve. We've always emphasized on the fact, stick to a plan and just execute that. And during that time, if the batsmen get the better of you, that's fine. But just don't panic.
Yeah, it is. And they're learning how to do that under pressure here. You know, in front of a wide TV audience. And there's overseas players guiding them along the way.
Oh, that is beautifully bowled. It really is. And it's superbly bowled.
That is amazingly bowled from Wanindu Hasaranga.
I'm not surprised they're going upstairs. Given not out, going upstairs to the TV umpire to have another look. I wonder, did it hit him outside the line of off stump?
I'm thinking the only other thing was there's a slight inside edge on this.
It just reminds me of the dismissal of Samit Patel yesterday. Completely baffled by the googly. Can't see any bat. The only thing that could save him could be the line, the impact outside the off stump. So it will be the umpire's call for sure, but he was completely done by the wrong end.
Just rocking and rolling that to make sure there was no inside edge at all. So let's just get a little bit of confirmation there with ultra edge. Make sure there's not a heartbeat there as it goes past the bat. No, nothing. It'll be a heartbeat there as it's the back thigh, as you can see with the picture on the right-hand half of the screen. So nothing as it goes past the bat, but a heartbeat as it hits the thigh.
I can tell you that Brendan Taylor could have missed a few heartbeats with that review.
Stallion players, by the way, have had an opportunity to have a look at the big screen as well, watching these replays, and they're already back in their positions as they have seen that it is outside the line of the off stump. That's where the impact is.
Well, the review is lost. Had it been an umpire's call, the review would have been retained, which is good.
Skipper was keen.
Yeah, it was worth the go there because he's a big wicket, Brendan Taylor.
Where's my spotter? Where's my spotter with the coaching staff? Ten overs gone, halfway mark, 84 for 4.
White Worm ahead of the yellow in terms of runs. Quite good for the Kandy Tuskers. 1 or 2 required from 60 deliveries. A lot will depend on Brendan Taylor and how he goes. Wonderful boundary. Just using the pace. Just evading the wicketkeeper, and it's a My 11 circle champion shot. Just enough bat on this one. He kept his eyes on the ball. Let's go on to Russell Arnold.
Tilina Kandambi, the coach of the Jaffna Stallions, he jumped up as well, trying to urge Tom Moores up. State of the game, Tilina.
Yeah, I think the start was not that great because the approach was a bit negative, but brilliant recovery from our middle order.
Right now, how do you see your bowlers go about it? Can you defend this?
I hope so, because it's a 50-50 situation, but 1 or 2 wickets, we can come right back to the game.
How has your experience been with these overseas players? This is also a new experience for you and a good one.
Of course, yes. It was a great opportunity for me as well, and luckily all the foreign players were very good because they have been communicating with us very well.
And how's the team plans going? Is it going exactly how you wanted? What other thoughts have you got? You got a lot of youngsters, local youngsters from the north and east.
Yes, so far so good, but when you come to batting, there are a few hiccups earlier on. So I hope that when the tournament goes on, we can still do better.
Yes, skill-wise, option-wise, you seem covered, but tactically at certain stages you had to make good decisions. Chaturanga De Silva being promoted. How easy is it for you to make these decisions, and who helps you out?
Yeah, especially when you have two world-class all-rounders in your side. It's much easier job for me. But sometimes it comes my way, sometimes it goes the other way.
All right, Tilina. Hopefully they get home. Good luck.
Thank you.
High in the night sky, taken. Another wicket. You can't keep this man out of the game. Tisara Pereira takes the catch. And it's wicket number 5.
All hopes were pinned on Brendan Taylor's effort. When you talk about Kandy Tusker's perspective in this game, with him, the hopes have gone very dim.
So runs, wickets and catches. What more do you want from the captain of the Jaffna Stallions? Tisara Pereira underneath it, safe as a house. And the big wicket of Brendan Taylor. He was very much the threat as far as the Stallions were concerned.
Let's go, boys, come on.
He'll be disappointed. 46 of 32. It's now 90 for 5, the Tuskers.
Thank you, Linda.
This run chase is getting more and more difficult for Kandy Tuskers. And this 4 will help. It's a My 11 circle champion shot with flair, with class.
Another look at that wicket. Well, the big fish, Brendan Taylor, just his second outing. He looked extremely good. Even in the first, he was the man of the match. He was really going for the big one, some big slog sweeps. Looking to play that over mid-wicket, holding out to the man on the mid-wicket boundary. And it's been a dream run for the Jaffna Stallions so far.
Look at a very well-rounded bowling attack. Different angles, different style of bowlers. After 11, 95 for 5.
Hasaranga will continue. Oh, it's been a wonderful platform for everyone to showcase skills, ability to handle pressure, and that is what this situation is becoming, a pressure situation for both teams. The required rate still manageable, just over 10, but it's that wicket column. 5 wickets already down.
For the bowling side, it has all come down to disciplines. And so far, Hasaranga has been quite economical. Came very close to pick up a wicket.
Sikuge Prasanna, new batsman. Just short. Tuan Oliver diving forward, could have been another wicket.
That's Prasanna's style of playing. He would like to take on the bowling. Looking to sweep it, was very lucky. But he's generally an aggressive kind of player. Sikuge Prasanna.
Oliver did well to stop that one. In the air. The ball went to the fielder on a bounce. Just a single.
Prasanna has the reputation when he plays for the army in first-class cricket. I'm not talking white ball. To score half centuries and big scores of very few balls. So his approach, irrespective of what the format, is of attack and aggression.
It's required at the moment because required run rate is ascending now. It's going close to 11.
Sweeps well, keeps it down. He's made his intentions quite clear since he came to the crease. Intent being shown, as would be expected by the Kandy Tuskers.
Well, 88 from 49 balls in terms of the required run rate, just under 11. Very gettable in the modern T20 game, but as we spoke, it's the wickets column that's worrying the Tuskers.
Top edge, and taken. Another one falls. It's crumbling now for the Tuskers.
And guess who the catcher again? We've spoken about how difficult to keep Thisara Pereira out of the game. He's held on to another catch. Prasanna goes.
He has the only presence. Thisara Pereira. It's difficult to keep him out of the game. He's handled the situations quite well. And it's been very impressive as the captain too. Walking back dejectedly. Only scored 1 from 3 deliveries, 98 for 6.
Pereira bowled really well. Now he has a chance with the bat. Wickets falling at regular intervals for the Kandy Tuskers. Kamindu Mendes fell in 9th over. Brendan Taylor in the 11th over. Sikugwe Prasanna in the 12th over.
It's a fairly tough ask now for the Tuskers. It's a mountain, it's a hole that they have created. It's a mountain they need to climb. Another look at that wicket. Sikugwe Prasanna just in no position to play that shot. Credit to Hasaranga, he did see him coming and just shortened the length. And that's what really caused that downfall as Prasanna went on with the shot.
Sweetly pulled away. Wasn't a ferocious swing, it was more about timing and getting that bat coming at the right angle. My 11 circle champion shot surely.
That was a short arm jab. Their coaching manual tells that if you're looking to pull the ball, it has to be at arm length. You have to meet the ball at arm length. He just, with bended elbows, jabbed it for 4 runs. Well-crafted stroke.
1,000 runs in T20 cricket for Gunaratna. Landmark he will cherish. Looks quite capable. Finds the fielder this time, sweetly timed. To the left or right, he would have picked up another boundary.
And this is another look. This is the short arm jab that we were talking about. played it so well. He was very much in control. Didn't overhit it. As Darren said, the timing was brilliant.
This pitch has stood up quite well. Good consistent bounce still. Ball coming on to bat nicely. So again, the skills of the bowlers being tested all the time.
It's the very same pitch the previous game was played. And batting has looked much better. And it's about batting on it, Darren. And a lot of credit for to these gentlemen. Godfrey Dabarera, the international venue manager, in the centre. You also have Badra next to him in that black t-shirt. They can all smile because it's a lot of work that they have put into.
Yeah, they're the reason why we're getting this exciting cricket.
The excitement will surely continue all the way to the final. We're only into the 8th match. And we've seen so many things, I think, from a Sri Lankan point of view. And for Sri Lankan players, it's a wonderful platform to showcase your skills. Lots of people looking on. Ideal opportunity for you to give your best, perform. You just never know the opportunities out there.
Yeah, pitches have improved from yesteryears. And over 13th, it's 103 for 6.
Danushka Gunatileka sits at the top of the My 11 circle, MVP of the tournament. Can he remain there? That's a challenge. Reverse sweep. Makes good connection. And it will run into the boundary.
My 11 circle. Champion shot that was. Premeditated. Managed to hit the ball in the air to clear those fieldsmen. Shot third man and backward point. Good start to the over for Kandy Tuskers.
It's about how they set about from here. No dot balls. Sensible. That's the way to go. Start with the boundary. Keep rotating the strike. Just don't throw it away.
And they have a partnership like what we saw from Tessara Pereira and De Silva, who put on 118, changed the face of the game when the Jaffna Stallions batted. They must believe. I think that's the first hurdle that you got to cross as a batsman. Believe that you can deliver and finish the job. 78 from 40 required.
Take the game to the 17th over. And with a couple of strokes like this, that'll enhance the chances for Kandy Tuskers. They haven't given up, which is good to see.
Yeah, he can use the long handle. Don't forget, on his debut in Test cricket, he got a 90. He's had a few first-class hundreds, and also you'll be surprised to know that his international debut was in Australia, not as an off-spinner. He opened the batting. So he has some credentials as a batsman, but now he's developed a lot in his bowling area, so the batting seemed to be the second option.
No better time for him to deliver. Use of the feet, chipped into the gap. Surprised they weren't looking at 2. 12 runs in the over so far.
Tuskers will need all the runs and all the luck they can get. 71 of 38 would involve a lot of risks. Gunaratna will be the man to go, or the go-to man as far as the Tuskers are concerned. But Dilruwan, it's important that he sticks there.
you can sense that there's a little bit of thought towards this partnership and the process of scoring runs. It's not a wild sort of approach, and that's good from a Kandy Tuskers point of view. Still need to be calculated in the manner in which you scored 11-12 runs per over, 1-2 boundaries and turn the strike over. Still a lot of overs remaining. That's an excellent over if you're a Kandy Tuskers fan. 14 gone, 117 for 6.
Fine up.
Well, at the moment, this is the obstacle as far as the Tuskers are concerned. When you look at the 3 batsmen left, there's very little. So now or never as far as this partnership is concerned. I don't think they'll want to leave anything to these 3. It will have to be this pair, if at all, Kandy Tuskers are to get over the line.
That's a big ask. To be able to do that, they need to play out of their skills. They really have to get their lines.
Decision making always crucial as a captain. Tisara Pereira has brought his leading wicketaker back. Usman Shinwari into the attack, and this is the right move. You break this partnership, you get into that lower or tail that you've been talking about, Roshan.
On the subject of Tisara Pereira, it's quite clear that his confidence level is so high, then his performance with both bat and ball has rubbed off on his entire game. His fielding, his thinking, he's captaining the side well, he's leading it. So this is what a good performing all-rounder could bring into a team.
Especially if you have Shinwari in your lineup, brings a lot of flexibility for the captain. You can use him with the new ball, middle of the innings where you require wicket, and then the last few overs. And he's well equipped. He's got plenty in his repertoire. With the new ball, he's got that heavy ball, moves the ball around, and when he's looking to bowl with the older ball, he's got those slower ones as well.
What a good over from Shinwari can also do is send that required rate from close to 12 to 14, and that's added pressure. Or just force batsmen to take a risk, lose their shape, and then get out.
Yeah, dot delivery from here on. It's going to definitely affect the required run rate, and also their run rate is going to plummet. It's a battle. Battle of skills, battle of nerves.
Usman Shinwari is up for it, showing his aggression. Well directed bouncer. Question as to whether that was too high, Roshan?
That's the question. That's what I was looking at the leg umpire. Of course, Dilruwan Pereira was going down, but the umpire would have to assess what the height of the ball would have been when he stood up. I felt it was quite high, honestly.
Well, the signal had to come from the square leg umpire. He was not convinced. Standing position is... It was marginal. In the air, taken. He's a captain's delight, isn't he, Shinwari?
Well, the Stallions cannot put a foot wrong. They're catching everything, and everything they've done has shown results. And that, I'm afraid, might be the chances of Kandy Tuskers with Dilruwan's wicket gone away or blown away. Good catch by Minod Bhanuka. Don't forget, he's a wicket keeper and he's excelled in the outfield. run around, taken some outstanding catches. And this is yet another one. Pereira goes for 9. It's 119 for 7.
Naveen ul Haq will need to deliver his best with the bat. His highest score, an unbeaten 20. Scored for the Ghana Amazon Warriors in the Caribbean Premier League.
Flail the bat, Naveen. That's your job. There you go.
He'll get his chance now, Naveen ul Haq.
Well, 66 of 31 balls, runs versus balls with wickets in hand is not beyond a batting side. But when you see 7 wickets down in those wickets column, that's a tough ask.
No full toss working for Shinwari. That's where he's good. With a new ball, he bowls at attacking line, tries to pick up early wickets, and with the older ball, round the stumps. That's nicely done by Naveen. He's off the mark. My 11th circle champion shot that was. To end the over, it's 124 for 7.
Well, it's locked away in the runs side of things at the same stage after 15 overs, but not in the wickets. That's where they've got themselves in problems. 7 wickets down versus 4 after 15 overs and 1 ball. Let's look at what happened the last ball, the last over.
He's watched it all the way, Naveen ul Haq. Great way to get off the mark. That was the first ball that he faced. Not easy to play Shinwari around the wicket, angling it in at the body. He's brisk. Gee, he looks determined.
Nicely bowled. There's that wrong on the bowl so well, and it's hard to pick. Yeah, 3 for 17 for Shinwari tonight. He picked up 3 for 18 last night. That's a top edge. It should be out. Is out. Easily taken. Shinwari taking that catch. Hosaranga gets another wicket.
Yeah, and that was probably with one of his worst balls tonight. A full toss. Reverse sweep. He just got the top edge. Easy catch. Easy catch for the man of the moment, Usman Khan Shinwari. So that's the end of Naveen ul Haq. 4 of 3 balls, 125 for 8.
They're in deep trouble now. I'm not sure a chat at the strategic timeout is going to help them too much either.
Action 16-16, you get crazy nations. How
ஒன்று ஒன்ன கள்ளத்துல நிருப்பத்தை வீசி வெட்டையாட கட்டக்குள்ள 11 சிங்க குட்டி வந்துருச்சு பொட்டி போட்டு போடுபட்ட பல்லையட்டை ஆடு கொண்ட தலை கண்ண கண்டையது தலை கவச மட்டும்தான் மட்டும் நண்டு போடுகிற வழிதா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா ஆறா அடிடா நாளா உடடா இறங்கி அடிச்சா எவன்டா கேப்பான் ஒன்ன தாண்டி போண்ட ஒன்னதான் செய்வோண்ட ஒன்னதான் ஆடு கொண்ட ஒன்னதான் கொடுப்போண்டா சிங்க பொழுது சித்து முட்டுக்கு வாடா
Jayagamu, Jayagamu, Satana Jayagamu, Ratama Jayagamu, Love Siudiga Jayagi Hananamba. Winning together, striving together, rising together, glory forever. LPL is the moment we win together. Yeah.
Lanka Premier League 2020. Win together.
Cricket lova kalamba, Pitya yali sarasa. Ekba Jayagamu, lova Jayagamu, Singhanada Batura. It's the battle of the champions. It's the glory of the nation. It's a celebration. It's a revolution. You can feel it everywhere.
அடிக்கிற அடியில சுத்தி இறங்குவோம் பண்டையத்தை நத்தியத்தை நோக்கி ஒன்று ஒன்ன கள்ளத்துல நிருப்பத்தை வீசி வெட்டையாட கட்டக்குள்ள 11 சிங்க குட்டி வந்துருச்சு பொட்டி போட்டு
Pradeep has just arrived. This man had such a frustrating evening with the ball earlier today. Saranga certainly enjoyed himself.
He did enjoy himself. Premeditated reverse sweep and just lobs it up to Usman Khan Shinwari. Has Saranga been very impressive again tonight? 2 for 17 of 3.5 overs at the moment. Another good day out for Wanindu.
He was hit for a 6 and a 4, so that's 2 balls where 10 runs were conceded, and since then he's bowled a lot of dots. Asela Gunaratne does not want to cross over, he wants to keep the strike, so he's bowled out and ran 25 for 8.
Quick look at the match summary as it stands at the moment. Shinwari 3 for 17. His return is tidy. Tuskers have got a lot of runs to get and not too many balls left, and certainly not many wickets left either. Wonder how you've got on today. Let's see the guys that you've picked in your team with the my11circle.com app, where you've downloaded that. Picked some various players in different conditions. A track which was turning a little bit, wasn't as quick as the other ones, so a different challenge. I bet you had some fun. Single.
Suranga Lakmal. I like the fact that Tisara Pereira has brought him back, give him a good run to see what he can do at various stages of the game. Tisara can of course trust himself. He's been bowling well, he takes the pace off. But having the rest of the bowlers confident, knowing what to do, will be good for Tisara going forward. Yes, they've looked good, but you just must look to areas where you can always constantly improve.
That's high. Should be taken. It is comfortably taken as the captain again. Geez, in the game he's taken another catch. That's a basket load of catches he's taken so far in this match.
Yeah, I think he's got 3 tonight. Bowled well and batted well. Suranga Lakmal in the slot. Nuan Pradeep having a go. Caught out at long off.
Buddies, aren't they? He won't hear the end of that. Nuwan Pradeep. Cross seam delivery. Wicket for Lakmal. It's not that you could expect much from Pradeep, not known for using the bat. Out for naught, 126 for 9.
One wicket to wrap things up. Thick edge over the top of the keeper, running away for a boundary.
That's bad luck from Suranga Lakmal. Hit his area. We call Suranga Lakmal the Jimmy Anderson of Asia. He is a wonderful, wonderful test bowler. He's bowled a test length there and unluckily gone for 4. The one thing I like about the Jaffna Stallion side is there's a good quality core of fast bowlers. If you have a look at the 3 overseas pros, we've got Carl Abbott not playing tonight, Banura not playing tonight. So guys can rotate and stay fresh. I think a lot of thought's been put into their squad.
A lot of double headers. Tomorrow is an off day for all the teams. Then we come back on the 3rd and 4th. So another double header for the Stallions. 4 games in 5 days. Not easy.
That's why it's been really good squad management, I think, from the Jaffna Stallions.
Tuskers will be looking towards Dale Steyn to come into their lineup as soon as possible. He's arrived in the country. Down the ground, hard down the ground. That's nicely fielded. Shinwari.
He's on a mission, this Shinwari. Have you seen him feel like that? Bowl, yes, I have. Even in the field, he's really switched on.
He knows that was a non-negotiable during his Pakistan days. Usman Khan Shinwari is a wonderful, wonderful bowler. He really is. He's perfect for these leagues. He does a great job. He gives you 100% whenever he goes out there. He's just a good squad man, a guy that you always want around your environment.
Not a lot to boast for Munaf Patel. Geez, didn't he bowl well? He got that ball to move off the seam both ways. 3 overs for 14. Set the tone for the Kandy Tuskers.
Yeah, did a great job.
Straight bat.
Keeping that one out. 131 for 9. So 17 overs gone, 131 for 9 it is. Gunaratne still there, 31 not out of 23 deliveries for Suranga, 2 for 17. His return, Shinwari, the chief destroyer, with 3 for 17. Skipper's back in. Oh, that might be out. He likes it, and so does the umpire. Up goes the finger. Gunaratne has decided to have a good look at it and get the TV umpire involved.
Gunaratne had no option but to go for it. Tesoro Pereira's bowled exceptionally well tonight, as he has done with his batting and fielding. There's no problem with that front foot.
Wider grip. So that's how he took the pace off.
Oh.
Could be clipping.
Could
Come on, Mickey, call it. Put your head out there.
I reckon it's going to be umpire's call out.
Real confidence player, Thisara Pereira. When it starts rolling, he starts doing things better and better. The responsibility of leading the team, making decisions. He's gone on and he actually improved his game. You've got to give credit to him in expanding his area. That's flowed on to his bowling.
The Stallions players are celebrating. They think it's out as well. I don't think height's going to be an issue because the way he collapses here, bring a tear to a glass eye. There it is, heading middle stump. So it's all over. The Stallions have done it. Thisara Pereira in particular has done it. He has been absolutely sensational again. Magnificent performance from him. Up goes that finger to wrap things up. So well done to the Stallions. They were in trouble with the bat right at the start, but gee, they recovered absolutely superbly to get that 185 for 8. Another 2 points. Really good work from the boys in blue.
Led by this man, Pereira. With the bat. Geez, wasn't he a treat to watch? 68 of 28 today, 97 of 44 yesterday. When he walked in 4 for 49, there were only 50 runs on the board in the first 10 overs.